Hi, my name is Leon Versfeld. I'm a U.S. immigration attorney. And in this video, we're going to be talking about employment-based sponsorship. Employment-based sponsorship means that you have a U.S. company who is willing to sponsor you for a visa or a green card. Getting to this point where a U.S. employer has agreed to sponsor you for an immigration benefit is exciting. So we want to make sure that we explore all the possible options for you to make sure that you and your employer get the best and quickest immigration result. So let's talk about a couple of popular employment-based visa options. One of the most popular ones is the H-1B visa, which is for specialized workers, wherein your employer needs to show that the position that you're going to be fulfilling requires the minimum of a bachelor's degree, and you need to be able to show that you have the equivalent of a bachelor's degree. The problem, however, with these visas is that they are very limited in numbers. There's just 65,000 available per year, with an additional 20,000 for those who have graduated from a university in the United States with a master's degree. Here for the last couple of years, those visas have run out the very day that they were opened up. I don't want you to be discouraged necessarily if you've had an opportunity to file your application and you were not selected. Please have you and your employer give me a call so we can discuss some other options. Other employment-based visa options are the very popular L visa. The L visa is where you are working for a company in your country that has a branch or affiliate or subsidiary in the United States. You may inquire from your local company whether or not they will be willing to transfer you over to the United States, thereby utilizing the L1A or L1B visa options. It is important that under these criteria that you must have worked for the foreign company for at least one out of the last 3 years before being transferred to the United States. L1A is for managers and executives, and L1B is for those specialized workers. You don't necessarily need to have a bachelor's degree to be a specialized worker for intercompany transfer purposes. Under the L1 visa, there are two separate categories, the L1A for managers and executives being transferred to the United States, or for specialized workers. Now, on the L1B for specialized workers, there is not a minimum requirement that you must have the equivalent of a bachelor's degree. These are for people who have proprietary knowledge about the certain product that their company are engaged in. Other options, aside from the H-1B and the L1 visa, is also the O visa. The O visa is for people with extraordinary ability that are coming over to the United States to perform or to do business for a certain period of time. Under this criteria, we would need to show that you have extraordinary ability in the field, whether or not that is in athletics, in business, or in the arts, by showing that you've won some national or international awards, that you've been publicized in some major media, that you belong to an exclusive membership, and there's other criteria that we can explore with you if you think that this may be a visa that you qualify under. We would, however, for this visa classification, need a U.S. sponsor, not to be confused with the EB1 green card category where you do not need a sponsor. Other popular visas is also the seasonal visa, where a U.S. company can sponsor for a season some workers to come to the United States to perform certain work in certain areas. These seasonal visas are also very popular among South Africans, as well as the agricultural visas. These two are classified as the H-2B for seasonal and H-2A for agricultural workers. If a seasonal or agricultural visa is something that you and your employer is exploring, I encourage you to coordinate with my team a free telephone consultation so that I can discuss with your employer what the requirements are for those visas as it pertains to them. Other visas which we won't go into too much further discussion in is the J cultural exchange visa, the P visa for athletes coming over here to perform in certain events, and also the religious worker visa. These are some visas, if you think that you qualify for, that we could set up a separate consultation that you and I can discuss with, along with your U.S. employer. So these are just a couple of options that you can explore when you do have a U.S. company who's willing to sponsor you for a visa. If you feel like one of these visa options is something that you qualify for, I encourage you to coordinate a free telephone consultation with your U.S. employer and myself to discuss what the criteria and obligations is for the U.S. employer to move forward. I don't want you to miss anything. So like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter and SoundCloud, connect with me on LinkedIn, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.